This is a nice quiet spot after the busy city centre, not far away. Llandaff, Llandaff. That's the cathedral. I can only see the. Oh, that's the. I don't think that's not medieval. That's a later construction. Before I see the cathedral, I'll just go and have a look at the ruins of Bishop's Palace. Okay, so I think this is the ruin of the former Bishop's Palace here. I think it was wrecked by way back in the 1400s by a certain Welsh hero. Went through the rampage and burned everything that represented the English rule, right through from the top to the bottom of Wales, and destroyed quite a few Bishop's palaces. I think might have been his favourite target. But it's not exactly a sightseeing day today. It's somewhat disappointing. The forecast, well, I think it was forecast to be cloudy today, but but of course it's basically still wintry. It's temperatures, well, around about 40 degrees, not much above the 30s. That's more like it. That's it. Llandaff, is it? Llandaff Cathedral there. Look at that. That's more like it. Look at the size of that cathedral. So I will be going inside to have a look around. As far as I can see, I'm the only tourist here at the moment. Let's see where the entrance is. Fantastic spire. The entrance. Which is the main cathedral. And well, you go down to Westminster Abbey and it's a 2-hour wait maybe, or maybe longer, before you gain entrance. Here, as far as I can see, I'm the only one here, except the people that kind of work here. Okay, so this cathedral is, well, it was built on an ancient site. One of the early Christian saints around about the 6th or 7th century had to establish a small church here. When the cathedral, this cathedral has been more or less destroyed and on a number of occasions, or badly damaged. This latest addition to the cathedral, this kind of like modern art style figure up there, is dates from the 1950s. The church was badly damaged when a parachute mine fell, more or less, well, not quite on it, but very, very close to it. Blew off the roof, did a tremendous amount of damage. Yes, I'm the only one here, so fantastic church. Some information. St. Telio, if that's how you pronounce it, 6th century. And this is William Morgan, passed away in 1604, apparently translated from the original Greek Gospels into Welsh, the Welsh Bible. I don't know if it was the first Welsh Bible, but lots of interesting things here. That looks like an ancient stone, discovered by the Bishop of Llandaff, 1870. Alright, so it's an ancient Christian cross. As I say, I think there was a very small church here on this site when the Normans arrived, and they decided to build a Norman cathedral, which are generally outstanding pieces of architectural work. But that cathedral, I think, suffered damage over the years, and especially from the tensions of Llandaff, and then it also received further damage in the English Civil War. Okay, there's that modern addition to the cathedral, which kind of looks, it looks, well, it's the 20th century addition to the cathedral. We're no longer living in ancient times. And here's some ancient effigies here. That effigy there apparently dates from the 13th century. Let's see what this one is. John Marshall, 1478 to 1496. That's a more recent one. What's this one here? It's an effigy. Sir David Matthews, standard bearer for King Edward IV, 1461. As I say, I think also then following the Civil War, and of course Henry VIII as well, he dissolved the abbeys, and so this particular abbey here had its source of wealth removed from the abbey, and it gradually fell into decline, and by the time of the 18th century, I think, was in more or less a state of ruin. But then it was, I think, as I'm recalling from memory, it was kind of restored in the early Victorian area. It may have been late 18th century. Only to be badly damaged again in the Second World War. So I live in Llandaff Cathedral, only a short visit, and there's a notice board here, pilgrimage route, but I just want to reach a crossing point on the River Taff and then walk along the side of the Taff back to Cardiff Castle. Contrast to that busy city of Cardiff, where most people have to work for a living, and or are studying to work for a living. Like there's a big student population in Cardiff. There's a handy sign up there, Taff Trail. So that's handy. I just followed my nose in a way, and okay, I'll just go up there, maybe just a second. There's a viewpoint up here somewhere. Taff Trail. Okay, that's a weir, Taff Weir. And actually I didn't think there'd be much water in the River Taff, because we've had a couple of weeks of dry weather. Or more than 2 weeks. And there's still quite a bit of water going in the river. Yeah, so that's the Taff Weir there. So that's, I'm glad I saw that. So there's a view of the River Taff there. There's an inhabitant of the River Taff, looking for food, of course. Yeah, alright. Okay, there's a time the visit of a street cleaner going along, cleaning the suburbs, well, probably not Llandaff. Right. On the Taff trail, on this somewhat overclouded, well, cold, well, winter morning, although it's the 16th of March, feels like the middle of winter basically. So there's the River Taff there. About a quarter of a mile ahead I can see a road, so I'll be crossing the Taff there and going to the other side. Okay, walking along this Taff trail, but it's actually a cycling trail, I think. Yeah, maybe I've covered a mile since I've left Llandaff Cathedral. Lots of people out cycling, walking, jogging. Okay, this is it Blackfriars? Is it Blackfriars Bridge? With another weir. Right, so those weirs are constructed to make so you can sail boats along the river, I suppose. That's the River Taff. Blackware Woodland Walk, and it's also, funny enough, part of the Cambrian Way, which is a very tough walk. Goes across the high mountains of Wales, right from the, I believe it starts from Cardiff to the trail starts from Cardiff, heads north, right across the Cambrian Mountains, and right up, I can't remember where it went, right at the very top. Wales somewhere, Bangor maybe. Be brightening up a little bit, I'm glad to say. It did forecast in the afternoon sunshine, so that's kind of coming out, so that makes a difference. It could just a bit on the chilly side. I had a coffee, not at that, that's a little cafe there, or a restaurant. I had a coffee a bit further back there, and that's kind of rejuvenated a bit. It looks like a totem pole there, I don't know if you can see that. Some various sculptures. So I think this is Cafes Park, I'm not sure. There's yeah, Butte Park, okay, Butte Park. Alright. I'll say I'm feeling a little bit better now the sun's starting to come out. That's an interesting feature. It's a bit breezy today. Blackfriars Friary. That's roughly where those decorative low walls. That's where the friary was located. And there's a little model of it right here. So yeah, that's a little model there, right, of the friary as it existed in its day. I think the original friary was destroyed by Owen, that good fella, Owen Glendower, and then I think it was rebuilt, and then good old Henry VIII came along and dissolved all the abbeys, and so it was more or less completely destroyed. Yeah, so interesting. Yeah. Okay, so I think this is Butte Park. I'm not sure. Butte Park. It's right adjacent to Cardiff Castle, and those ancient trees look as though they might have almost existed when the priory existed. Okay, so these are This would have been the size of the priory here, quite a substantial building, and for some, I don't know if this is original, kind of like a grave. They're all written in, I think, written in Latin at that time. Yeah, so that's the only part that was yeah. So yeah, if you can see all the leaves blowing in the wind, it's definitely chilly compared with the weather when I went down to London. That was well, it wasn't warm, but it was the sunshine was warm. It was warm in the sun. Okay, look at that. Yeah, nice trees here in this park. Nice thing about the merry month, well, not the merry month of May, the merry month of March, or the chilly month of March, the host of golden daffodils that are on display. I was just taking a picture of what I'm just going to take a picture of right here. Now these look like prehistoric stone circles, but this must be Cardiff's. More or less every sizable village and town in Wales has these replica stone circles. Yeah, and they all look quite. This Cardiff Castle just there, right? So that's my next destination. Yeah, so they look actually quite genuine, but they're of course replicas. Yeah, alright, so let's see if I can get into Cardiff Castle up this from this direction. Leaving View Park. That's an interesting little structure. Looks like some kind of a folly to go along with the castle. A takeaway window. I think it's a little coffee shop. Reached the impressive Cardiff Castle, which is probably the main attraction of Cardiff if you're interested in historical buildings. It's a change to have a cup of coffee out of an actual cup instead of a paper cup. Cardiff Castle Cafe. Okay. Reduced lighting here, but this is part of the Roman fort, piece of wall that was discovered in late Victorian times. And I don't know what this is. But it's quite impressive. It's not original, but it must have been sculptured. It's quite fine detail of the Romans, I presume, trying to subdue the Welsh. Yeah, I'm impressed. As I say, I went to that cafe and had a quick look at the Roman wall, first stop. But I'm impressed with Cardiff Castle. It's, of course, that part there is a kind of was constructed, was the residence, I believe, the third Marquis of Bute, that's how I pronounce it. Apparently the richest man in the world. That's the original Norman keep, which of course the Normans built not long, I believe, just a few years or quite soon after the Conqueror landed. And the Welsh put up quite a fight. I think they put up far more of a fight against the invader than the Saxons did. Yeah, that's interesting. Still, the moat still exists. The moat that you'd have to cross that to attack the castle. Basement steps. Now I'm going to visit the castle keep next, and there's that's a device over there. I don't know if you can quite see it. It's the things they used in the good old days to throw sling boulders at catapult boulders, which did the job of breaking down the walls, the defences. I think it's probably reconstruction. Okay, so I feel a bit better now. I had a hot meal in that restaurant, quite reasonable prices. £2.70 for a cup of Americano, and that was in a proper cup. The first time I've had a proper cup of coffee, I think, that wasn't in a paper cup for some time. I did the walk first and then the castle later, because you could spend, well, half a day here. So I'll have a look at the castle, the original Norman castle keep, constructed by William the Conqueror, I think. And the Welsh flag, of course, the Welsh have still not been subdued. The Welsh flag is still flying overhead. I begin my ascent up to the castle keep. Okay, so yeah, I'm inside this keep now. Originally, this was constructed, I think, in 1120, about 50 years after the Conqueror invaded. And yeah, it's a circular keep. So yeah, you can. That should be a good viewpoint. So climb the steps up to that lookout point up there. View from the top of the castle keep. Before these, I think that's the civic hall over there. And before all these tall buildings, you had a good view of the Bristol Channel. There's, okay. I've got a school party on the way. Okay, quite interesting. The original house was built in 1400s. That's what it looked like in the 1500s. And then the 1700s, that's what it looked like. And that's what it looked like in the final reconstruction. Right there, very, very impressive. By the third Marquis of Bute, I think that's how you pronounce it, reputed to be the richest man in England, in the world, in his day. This was the banqueting hall. All right. Okay, that's John Marquis of Bute. And that's John's second Marquis of Bute. I don't know if I'm pronouncing Bute right. That's a portrait. That's a portrait there of Lieutenant Colonel Lord Ninian Crichton Stewart. Apparently he looked like he was killed in 1915. The First World War. Looks like the library. Okay, that was only a short part of the house, just a small part of the house there that was seen. As the house is far more extensive than that, including the clock tower over there. But I think that's only available for guided tours. Okay, so these are French cannon. You're looking at here, Cardiff Castle French cannon. Okay, so almost time for another break. It's only 2 o'clock. So I got time to visit another museum, but this is exhausting work for the likes of me anyway. Information on the clock tower. Constructed in 1871. Okay, so one more. Just climb up these stairs here. Oh, that's the clock tower tour, okay. Yeah, okay, so I'll skip that. I'll head over to the big museum now, the National Museum of Wales. Just suddenly remembered the big museum is closed on Monday, which just as well, it is exhausting work, but I've got to kind of scratch my head now. I've still got well, 5 hours of daylight ahead of me. I'm inside the Cardiff market here. Muy interesante. There's a balcony to this market. I'm walking around the top of it. Just gone 1:45. Okay, one more church, but no, I won't go inside that today. I'll probably head towards the yeah, there it is, the Cardiff market. Yeah, there all. Yeah, a tradition in Cardiff, I think, the market hall. Okay, some of these trees are about to come out in spring blossom. Some more workers there, not like me, they're working. Inside the Cardiff Museum, there's the donation box. Suggested donation £2. Okay. The Romans built fort in AD 55. 1081, the conqueror visits Cardiff. 1404, Owen Glendower visits Cardiff. Okay. Artifacts, Neolithic stone, late Bronze Age sword. Yeah. Okay, so what's in a name? If in its heyday, I think had just about the largest dockland in the world. There's kind of, you can see from this angle. Yeah, huge dockland to export all the coal and iron that have been extracted from the valleys. And that's a typical view of the valley. Rows of terrace houses. All right, so. This is kind of like a whistle stop. I'm trying to wonder out what next to do. Of course, all that part of all the houses are still there, but the coal industry is no longer. All right. So this is the new Cardiff here. Alright, I think I'm going to go back to my travel lodge accommodation and have a break. Okay, I'm back to my travel lodge, but that's the one thing I might possibly not chosen this travel lodge if I'd known Right outside, right opposite the travel lodge, is loud music is being played. Lots of buskers in this city. Okay, that's the bus I came down on, number 6 for Cardiff Bay, and that's the bus I'll be taking back in about an hour or so, maybe, the city centre. Cardiff Bay. So I'm just going to do a little walk in this direction here, just to fill in time before I go back to the lodging. Okay, and this is the Millennium Centre. This was kind of like a dummy run because I'll be coming down here tomorrow morning to do a walk around Cardiff Bay towards Penarth. And I just wanted to make sure, and it turned out to be good because it is a bit awkward to get here. Finding the bus stop and all that kind of stuff. He didn't go from Cardiff bus station, and the Welsh Government headquarters is here somewhere. That was the old City Hall, that terracotta building up ahead. And that statue there, as I say, I'll be seeing that, I'll be doing this tomorrow. So, yeah, I have been here before. It was about 20 years ago, Cardiff Bay. That's a statue of Ivan Novello. Okay, so I want to go right here and kind of just have a look at some marshlands to fill in an hour or so before I settle in for the night at the lodging. Yeah, it's chilly today though. There's a stiff breeze blowing, and that's Cardiff Bay there. Okay, so they have these statues dotted all over the place. Mermaid Quay. A lot of money has gone into this place. I mean, it was all when it was all deindustrialized. They converted all the docks, the old docks, into these leisure centres, you might say. Oh, must have cost. Well, I think the Llandaff building, the Welsh Government building, I think that cost several £100 million alone. One thing the Welsh are known for is their rugby. I know nothing at all about rugby myself, but the Welsh are, for a small nation, they do very well at that sport. Okay, so let's see. I'm not sure where I'm going here. I think well, I don't know if you can hear me. Well, actually, I'm just out the wind here. You can see how choppy it is. I think I walked about a mile, but it's only about a quarter of a mile. As the crow flies, you have to go in and out of all these docks. Little dock, kind of dock keys. It's actually, this is part of the Cardiff Bay Trail, I think. Okay, welcome to Cardiff Bay Wetlands. Okay, so they've allowed this to stay as it wetlands. They haven't built on it. Kind of a little bit of spot for wildlife to hopefully flourish. So I'll just walk to the other side of this wetland, and then I'll go back to the bus stop to catch the number 6 bus or the number 8 bus back to the city centre. Now this This trip I'm doing this time to Cardiff was kind of taken at short notice. 3 days ago the forecast was pretty good, and well, 4 or 5 days ago it was wall-to-wall sunshine was the forecast. But when I finally made the bookings just 2 days ago, it did show signs of clouding over on 1 or 2 of the days, but it still looked pretty good. But today's been disappointing, no sun at all really, and tomorrow hopefully the sun will come out. Last I checked it was supposed to be sunny tomorrow, but and kind of warming up a bit as well, but yeah, so that it has been disappointing in that respect. There's a lone swan. Yeah, it must have missed its mate. Oh, the mate has departed this earthly paradise, and now it's more or less tame. Yeah, alright. So this comes from some kind of a structure here, or sculpture. There's Mermaid Quay, and there's the former City Hall, I think, of Cardiff, that terracotta building. There's the Millennium Centre, and the bus stop is, well, not quite 200 yards. 200 yards away, no, just over 100 yards away. The thing about travelling on the Cardiff buses, my Welsh pass, travel pass covers it. That's the guy that's playing the loud music. Yeah. And those are the speakers. Can you see them out there, right? Facing right on my, yeah, right on my window up there. Yeah, Travel Lodge don't tell you. There's a loud music guy right opposite.